Welcome to She Rises. Are you facing some trials, some adversity? It's about 10 days before Christmas. Are you going through a really hard time? I was super encouraged by what I was reading in Luke chapter 2. It's about the story of the birth of Jesus, which we're getting ready to celebrate. Maybe there's not a celebration in your heart right now, but just a heaviness, and you don't have joy, and maybe you're feeling depressed, filled with anxiety. I was reminded in verse 1 of Luke chapter 2, it says the emperor decreed a census, and that census created a huge difficulty for Joseph and Mary. You see, they had to go to Bethlehem. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to travel on a donkey at 9 months pregnant many miles. I wouldn't want to travel 1 mile on a donkey, much less what they went through. But that trial and that hard time that they went through was leading up to the birth of the Savior. And you know, sometimes when the Lord is birthing something new in our lives, it's very difficult. It's trying, it's hard, and it's painful. But all those things that cause us pain cause us to see our need for a Savior. And I like when the angel of the Lord appeared to the shepherds. Jesus was born. He was born in Bethlehem, exactly where God said that he would be born hundreds of years prior in a prophecy. And so it is in our lives. Everything that God has planned for us personally will be fulfilled. And sometimes that plan is painful. But the Lord comes, and he comes to the shepherds, and he says, don't be afraid. A Savior is born. And so they say, let's go. Let's go see what God has done. So I just want to encourage you, just come, see what God has done. And what God has done in the past, he's going to do again. God did amazing things in my own life personally. I was lost. I was depressed. I was angry. I was lonely. I was exhausted and worn out. But all those things that created that need in my life, that hole in my heart, they made me see my need for Jesus to be my Savior. And when I came to that point of seeing my need, I realized the Lord showed me what he did for me personally, and that God sent his Son, Jesus, to the earth as a little baby. Why did he come as a little baby? So he could be vulnerable. So we could say, he understands my need. He sees my pain, and he knows, because he became human so that he could identify with us in our need. So he knows your need and he knows my need. So just come before him. He came to the earth to die, to pay the penalty for my sin, so that I would not have to go to hell, but that I would go to heaven. And so when I turned from my sin and I gave my life to him, my life changed radically. Not a lot of my circumstances changed, but my heart changed. And it was the best thing I ever did. So I just want to encourage you, wherever you're at, if you're lonely and depressed, just come to Jesus. Give him your heart. Just turn your back on all the things that you're doing, going your own way, and come to him. And let this be the best Christmas you've ever had, that where you can truly celebrate the birth of your Savior in your own heart personally. And that's your encouragement for this Christmas season. I pray that you have a wonderful, warm Christmas filled with love and joy.